It's been a really long time. Been busy doing some things. But anyways, I just wanted to talk about this because I feel like it's been going on for quite some time now, and I wanted to make a video. But you know, some things just didn't go right. But it's all good because we're gonna make it today. Happy New Year's, by the way. It's gonna be man, I love this year. This year's gonna be awesome. Last year was good. Pause. It was good. You know, a lot of bad happened, but a lot of good happened as well. And I'm grateful for that. Man, seatbelt on because I'm driving. I'm always on the go. I just wanted to talk about today, really, it pretty much is about vulnerability and stuff like that. Because I feel like in today's society, people are not okay with being vulnerable. But the question, but the question was, do you feel like having a roster is necessary when dating in today's age? Yeah, me personally, I don't think it's necessary. And not trying to throw no shade to nobody, but I feel like, because there's different sides to both of it, but this is the side I'm looking at it from. Like, if you have a roster and you're like with somebody that you like dating, that kind of makes me think that you like weak in a sense. Like, you're not okay with being alone, or you're afraid that if this person messes up, you got to go back to Johnny, Dan, and, you know, whoever. That's just what I think of it. And I feel like, you know, it's good. It's a good thing to not have a roster because, you know, some people need to be alone. Like, some people don't like being alone. I understand that completely. But some people need to be alone. Because when you're alone, you get to know yourself. You know what you like. You know what you don't like. And stuff like that. You really like, I feel like people should date themselves instead of trying to date a whole roster. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not throwing shade at nobody. I just feel like, you know, it's 2021. I'm not judging nobody. I'm just saying, hey, do what floats your boat. I'm just saying for the people that want to, you know, I don't know, the roster, they feel like they need it to fill a void. Because I feel like that's another reason. I feel like people have a roster to fill a void too. Because, you know, you have that constant like validation, like people validating you. Specifically talking about girls, because, you know, even guys got it. But majority of girls have it more than guys. Let's just be honest. But yeah, I feel like it's just a constant attention seeking, you know, validation and stuff like that. And I don't feel like that's healthy, honestly. You know, I mean, I'm not perfect. I'm not trying to say I'm perfect. You know, people get the idea. Like, I'm trying to sit up here like I'm a holy heathen. It would be a good thing if people would just take the time to get to know themselves before trying to get into a relationship, you know, with a whole bunch of people. Because I feel like it's just a distraction. I feel like a roster is a distraction. Some people could argue differently, but hey, I personally think it's a distraction. I don't feel like you need it. I feel like it makes you weaker as a person because it kind of shows that you're not okay with being alone. And there was some girl that was telling me like, oh, you want to see which is the better option. Like, I understand that. And y'all can talk about it in the comments too, because I love to talk with you. Woo! But this has just been on my mind for a while now, because, you know, I seen it. Me and my friends was talking about it, and like this is how I came in the world by myself. This is how I'm going out the world by myself. I don't need somebody there constantly feeding me attention or whatever y'all want to call it. That's just me personally, and I feel like in a way that builds character, because that's not to say I don't get lonely and stuff like that, but, you know, I'd rather want wanted company than unwanted company. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, and then you know, we get into the topic about vulnerability. Do you think in a relationship should you be able to be 100% vulnerable with your partner? I think yes, because if you can't be vulnerable with your partner, like, why the heck you with your partner? Because your partner's supposed to be like your best friend, in my opinion. I don't know what y'all think about that, but I think, in my opinion, your partner should be like your best friend. And some people took it the wrong way, like, oh no, you can't be vulnerable, like you can't show them all the cards and they're gonna use it against you, blase, blase, blue. But like, I feel like if they do use your vulnerability against you, not saying anybody's perfect, because, you know, everybody does it at certain times, then that may not be the person for you. Or you may need to look in the mirror at some point and say like, hey, you know, what am I doing wrong? You know, because I'm all about self-improvement. I'm all about self-improvement. So, you know, but I feel like you should be able to be vulnerable with your partner. Not all the time, but, you know, there are certain times when people need, you know, a helping hand, a hug, you know, stuff like that, a talk, a deep conversation. And if you're with your partner for the long term, not no short term BS that these people be on, for the long term, then yeah, you should be okay with being vulnerable. If you trust that person and, you know, you believe this person is going to be in your future and they're showing you good characteristics that allow you to be vulnerable, I feel like you should be and not hold it back. You know, and I feel like a lot of people are scared of being vulnerable because it all goes back to fear. It all goes back to fear and being hurt. And I understand. But I feel like, this is just me talking here, I feel like people should get to a point to where, you know, they don't look at pain as a bad thing. They should look at pain as growth, because after pain usually comes growth. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like, and that's just turning a bad thing into a good thing, honestly. That's just having a different perspective, a different way of looking at life, in my opinion. Some people look at it as the end of the world or whatever. But, you know, it's really not. Like, once you take a step back and look at the grand scheme of all things, it's really not that bad. It's really not. Like, come on. Really? Come on, it ain't that bad. Like, you're gonna go through pain either way. Whichever direction you choose, whichever direction you choose is gonna be some type of pain. Whether you choose discipline or no discipline, you still gonna endure some type of pain. So why not get something out of it? You know, take something from it, self-improve, instead of just like hiding from it, you know, because it's going to happen eventually. I feel that way. I feel like everybody's going to go through pain. You can't hide from the pain forever. But I feel like pain is good. You know, pain is good. Pain builds character. Pain builds people up. And it can also break people down. I understand. But I feel like if you use it as fuel, you know, put it in the engine, you can really do some magical things in this world with pain. Pain is beautiful, you know. Maybe that's just me being optimistic, but getting let down, freaking getting rejected, like, go through the pain. Stop being afraid of the pain and just go through the pain. If you really want something, go through the pain, have the discipline to go through the pain, learn from it, and be better. Because that's what life is about, man. Like, it's about being better. It's not about staying still, staying in your comfort zone. Hey, excuse me. Would love to know what you guys think. You know, this was fun. I usually have another person on board, but I couldn't do that, so I decided to do it for myself. Happy New Year's. Hope you guys have a great year. 2021 is going to be magical. It's going to be great. Speak it into existence. And yeah, I mean, hey, self-improvement. You got set back in 2020. Now it's time to rise up. Now it's time to rise up in 2021, you know? So let's get to it. Let's get this work. And let's get better, man. I hope y'all are safe. Hope y'all enjoying time. Y'all enjoyed the time with your family. I know I did. I really needed that. So I'm going to do more. I'm going to start doing more of these. So if you guys have a topic, let me know. I will get on it. And if you want to come on the show, I got a seat for you. Okay. Yeah, but hey, just let me know. You know what I'm saying? Back to back. I don't know what I'm saying now. But all right, y'all. Happy New Year's. Peace out. Like, it builds your character. Character is what people can't see. It's the things people can't see, but you have in you, like honesty, integrity, freaking love, faith, whatever. And I feel like you're just becoming a stronger person by being vulnerable. I don't feel like because it is uncomfortable to be vulnerable at times. And I feel like with discomfort comes strength in some cases. And especially being vulnerable, like you shouldn't be afraid to be vulnerable because I feel like that's going to hold you back and you're just hiding behind something that's eventually going to explode one day. So I feel like you shouldn't be afraid to be vulnerable, no matter what, because you can't control what people do at the end of the day. You don't know anybody's true intentions, but you go with what you feel. You have faith in it, and you just choose your best.
That, and at the end of the day, you're just as imperfect as that person.
Exactly.
So the way they have faults, you do too. So it's like, can you really blame them? Not saying you don't hold people accountable. You have to hold people accountable, just like you have to hold yourself accountable. But at the same time, everybody has their own form of imperfections. It shouldn't hold you back from sabotaging yourself from loving other people.
I don't feel like people should be afraid of it because it can only make you better, in my opinion.